4th and goal to go to the 2. 34 seconds left to go in the ball game. This is the play right now. Takes the snap. Targeted goes in. Targeted all alone. And the quarterback keeps. Wow, what a call. Nobody touched him.
Here is Jeff, the host of the Gridiron.
All right. And actually, this one here is like, where's the ROI? Where's the return on investment? Huh? I mean, Phillips is doing really good. Flott's playing pretty good. Okay. You just, Holland, Debo, especially you figure Debo coming from the Saints. Man, he'd be foaming at the mouth to get back at his, he's got Spencer Rattler throwing the ball. He's covering a wide receiver, and he got Spencer Rattler throwing the ball. Oh, man, he's like, man, I got at least 2 interceptions in this game. Yeah. I'm saying so much this game. It's like, where's, we just went out and spent, like $30 million a year for a safety and a cornerback? It's like, what's going on? Second round pick on Nubin. Now, of course, all our safeties are all banged up, but second round pick on Nubin. Phillips is doing very good, though. We got a first round pick on Banks. We brought Holland in. We brought Debo in. Not getting return on investment from those guys. Absolutely not. And that was one of the things with the Debo. He's supposed to be, hands-on. He's supposed to be a, interception guy. Giants not getting nearly enough from the big investments in the secondary. Here is some simple addition. The Giants invest $99 million in 2 free agents plus high draft picks and 4 youngsters to build a premier secondary. Yep, first round, a second round, a third round, and 4th round. Right? Banks is the first round, Nubin's second round, Phillips third round, Flott's the 4th round. Belton was a 5th round? Is he a 5th rounder? And then we bring in a Debo and Holland too. Got some premium picks. It's the more complex math, like the geometry involved in identifying correct tackling angles and the calculus formulas for substitution patterns, that is creating headaches as the Giants struggle to get a return on investment from the back end of their defense. I feel like we play some of the hardest positions on the field, safety Tyler Nubin said. When you make a mistake, it's a touchdown. As he found out, right? As he found out against the Saints. Make a mistake, take a wrong angle, right? Get the, where you have help from. Right, he knows he has help here. Get the guy over to where you got the help. Don't get burned, to the outside. We have no help or anything. Don't let the guy get past you. He runs at 4.3. You want to run a 4.5. Once he gets past you, he's gone. You're never going to touch him, right? Just, when you make a mistake, it's a touchdown. Yep, you got that right, Nubin. Or they are moving the ball quite a good amount. We have to be better. We can be better on first and second down so we can put them in disadvantageous positions so that we can go eat. Nubin lost leverage and he bit on a double move that allowed speedster Rashid Shaheed to get deep for an 87-yard touchdown in Sunday's loss to the Saints. It was reminiscent of Nubin chasing after the ball on a long touchdown run by the Cowboys when he filled the wrong gap, and Chargers when he was slow to the edge earlier this season. We're working through some things, doing our best to teach them these techniques, these fundamentals, defensive coordinator Shane Bowen said, and hopefully we can work out the kinks and become a little bit more consistent and not have those plays that put us in harm's way. When the Giants are in the right position, flags are flying, which is true, right? Drew Phillips, who leads the NFL with 8 passes defended, including 2 interceptions, offers a give and take as the league's most penalized defensive player. Rotational cornerback Deontay Banks, who quickly gets targeted whenever he checks in for a starter Cordell Flott on third down, is amongst the most flagged players per snap. He gets 4 flags on 100 compared to Phillips' 6 on 275. So basically, 1 out of every 25 snaps that Banks is on the field, he gets flagged. So you figure you would look at something like that. The other team, say, has a good game and have, say, 70. What did the Saints have? How many plays did they have yesterday? They didn't have. They didn't have 75 snaps, but the Cowboys did against the Giants. Let's see our team stats. How many? The Saints only had like 60 snaps, 62. They had 62 total plays. Okay, so you figure if Banks was in there for 60, if he was in there for all 62 snaps, he would have been flagged at least 2 times yesterday. Or if he played every down against the Cowboys, he would have been flagged 3 times. Penalty yardage isn't even accounted for in the 237.2 passing yards allowed per game, which ranked 25th in the NFL. If the coverage fails, the vaunted pass rush will be neutralized by quick throws, which is what the Rattle Man was doing. They were just trying to get the ball out of his hands fast. Right? We have to eliminate the penalties. The grabbing, Bowen said, whether we're slipping or not, we have to do a good job not coming into contact with those guys on those underthrown tip passes. I think these guys are actually in decent position as we're going in, and then just as it keeps getting extended, the panic sets in a little bit. We have to be able to find some comfort when we're on body and be able to locate the football and not foul. Quarterback Paulson Adebo signed a 3-year, $54 million deal, and Javon Holland, 3 years, $45 million, haven't yet made the major difference expected during free agency. They have a combined 6 passes defensed. Holland had an interception negated Sunday by Banks' pass interference, while allowing 30 catches for 333 yards and a touchdown, according to Pro Football Focus. Nubin has 1 pass defense on 1,144 career snaps. I mean, that's horrible. That's horrible. 1 pass defense. They've been competitive, head coach Brian Dable said. We gave up that 1 big play, which we'd like to have back. I thought they did a good job of hanging in there when we turned the ball over 5 times and give the Saints opportunity after opportunity. The biggest head scratcher in the secondary continues to be the rotation between Flott and Banks, despite Flott outplaying Banks at every stage of the competition. One conspiracy theory is that the front office is exerting influence to get Banks on the field so as not to zero out another first-round pick after busted offensive tackle Evan Neal. But that hasn't happened. Simultaneously with the 2023 third-round pick, Jalen Hyatt on offense, and Flott is a former third-round pick whose development also matters. These players earn what they get when they get here. That's how it is. That's how it's been, Bowen said. As a staff, it's something we discuss day in and day out. It's about finding the guys that we can put us in the best position to win. Bowen revisits the rotation week after week in and week out, and Banks played a season-low 8 defensive snaps against the Saints, so maybe he is on his way out. One plausible explanation for sticking with it this long is that lightening Flott's workload helps to keep him fresh after a history of hamstring injuries. He's small, he's light, he's got a thin frame, and he's susceptible to injuries. So that's possible. But the thing is, it's like as soon as you put Banks on the field, they just go right after him. Tay, when he's able to get his hands on a guy and challenge guys, he's been able to be tight, Bowen said. I think that plays into it a little bit as well, too. I think Flott has done a really good job. Flott has developed immensely here this offseason. He's earned the right to play as well. I think both those guys, with how they've worked, there's been improvement. The Giants just need a lot more improvement quickly. It's like one of those things. It's like, we brought, Nubin had a very good season last season, then he got injured. Right? You were kind of hoping he'd build off of that. Now, you're not sure because he's got a groin. You're not sure how much that's affected him, right? But if he's got anything going on with a leg, a hamstring, a calf, a bone, anything at all, and you run a 4.5 and you're trying to keep up with somebody who can run a 4.3, you got a groin. You got good luck and God bless to you. Right? You got some problems there, right? So we're kind of hoping that maybe, Nubin would take a step up this season. I said, we brought in Holland, right? We brought in Adebo, and you were really kind of hoping, to get, something out of him, But I mean, so far the return on investment from the money that almost $100 million, I guess, for those two guys, it's not panning out. Not panning out at all. So this upcoming draft is going to be interesting to see. Do we bring Flott? Hopefully we re-sign Flott and get him back in here. Do we add anybody else to the secondary? If we do, are they a low pick or are they just somebody we're going to be adding some depth for? We'll have to wait and see. But since so far the secondary has been very disappointing. I mean, some nice flashes in the past. Phillips has done very well, and so has Fly. But other than that, it's been very disappointing. Very, very disappointing. Because you thought that nice secondary, right? We got a Karake and McFadden as the inside linebackers, off-ball linebackers, middle line, whatever you want to call them. And I said that defensive front, you thought we were, going to be a really, really special defense, but has not panned out that way.